Hey, this is my first video, and you can probably tell. And you know what? That is okay. We all start somewhere, and I'll try to improve my videos, promise. Anyhow, maybe you're like me, and you watch videos on how to change your life, or how to be more confident, or how to stop feeling like a victim. Well, there's only half of that kind of video because I can't tell you how to do all that. And, well, that's because I haven't achieved feeling like that, or being that kind of person. But you know what? I'm tired of feeling like it, and I'm tired of making excuses for myself, and I'm tired of feeling miserable over things I can't even control. So I decided that I don't want to be that person anymore. And it's easy to say it because, well, I just said it. But it's all about your mentality, and the difficult part is always the beginning. And hopefully, I can help you with that. And if I can't, well, maybe I can make you more motivated. Okay, but before I continue this video, I don't want to come off as insensitive or ungrateful. This video is self-help video to some extent, and I realize that this may not be helpful to some people because, well, we have different lives and different problems. But I just wanted to disclose that because I might be rambling about this topic, but that's because I'm pretty passionate about it. Okay, back to the video. Okay, so this scene was a little random. I saw the moon from my window, and I thought it looked pretty, so I recorded it. But today's vlog, I'm going to share my personal experience and how I'm able to look forward, and how a person like me can change. And when I say person like me, I mean that I'm just an anxious, shy, introverted, and a little socially awkward. Yeah, well, that was hard to say, ouch. But you know, those are just traits, and traits can change. Anyways, take what you think you can and incorporate it into your life realistically, because we can all read Change Your Life by Doing These Habits on Pinterest, but it's a different perspective when you see someone actually doing these things for themselves. So, a little bit about me. But you know, I totally forgot. Before I do that, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Narali Salas. Just Natalie, my first name. And if you can't pronounce it, that's totally fine. I've never heard anyone have my name before, but now it just feels more personal, and I feel like I can have my name all to myself because I realize people usually have met someone who has their same name, but I've never met anyone with my name. So I think it's pretty cool. So this is how I usually start my day. I wake up around 5:50 a.m. and do my morning routine. That usually consists of brushing my teeth, making my bed, stretching, eating breakfast, and heading out to the park. And that is my first tip. Having a morning routine and feel productive. I say feel productive specifically because do I have places I need to go to? No. Do I have people I need to meet up? No. Do I have so many tasks to do during the day and waking up super early makes me conquer them all? No. In fact, I basically have nothing to do. I graduated high school earlier this year and I don't have my life together. That alone made me depressed even before I graduated. I just got so anxious and overwhelmed about my choices. Honestly, I feel so unambitious and alone, it made me not want to try at all. And I don't want to feel like that ever again. So that's why I suggest starting your day doing something that you can do back to back and that you can do religiously. It can be whatever you want, but make sure it makes you feel good and it marks off healthy habits. For example, my morning routine is simple, nothing extra, but even the small details count so much. In case you haven't noticed, me showing you my breakfast sandwich so goddamn much, I'm so proud of it because I meal prepped it. I have a pile of frozen sandwiches I made so that I can eat healthier, and now I can reach my health goals as well. That said, even though I don't do it yet, this is my tip number 2. I definitely recommend doing some extra things in your life, and I'm working on it right now, but I'm also trying to save money. But you know what, being extra doesn't mean buying stuff. If you don't have skincare products, pretty decor, or stylish clothes, work with what you got. Make your breakfast look visually appealing, try new recipes, draw, write, or work on hobbies you did in the past. While I don't feel the dumps anymore, I still feel like I look like it, as you can see in my outfit. Um, and you can always hear dressing up for yourself makes you feel better. So I'm just trying to do that slowly because wearing clothes that feel like my style is important to me. It's been too long since I feel genuinely proud of what I'm wearing and the outfit I put together. Lately, I've been wearing raggedy home clothes since I stay at home most of the time. And it's a little embarrassing to show it in this video, but honestly, it's kind of hard to dress up because I just don't feel like in the need to do that right now. And that's just because I'm just happy working on staying positive and on my mental health. But I do want to get there one day because I also want to present myself based on how I feel or who I want to show myself as. Does that make sense? Well, appearance is actually really important in life, but I'm in no rush right now, and I think it's just important to find your priorities first, and right now, my outfits can wait a little bit. In this clip, I'm washing dishes, but I don't usually do that. I have a system with my sister where I cook and she cleans the dishes and stuff like that. But this leads to my tip number 3. Do things without wanting anything in return or learning to move on with the people around you. This could include friends and family. Doing this will help you start sorting out the people that you do want to surround yourself with and the people you don't. If you're feeling out of it and just stressed, sometimes that reflects on your relationships, even the ones you care about. Well, especially the ones you care about, I guess. And in the end, it makes you feel even more lonely. Sometimes I don't feel so close to my family, but when I start to feel bitter and thinking about how certain people make me feel worse, I then spiral down and start blaming other people. So when I say learn to move on, just stop associating with the people who make you feel like crud. And if you just can't completely stop associating with them, distance yourself and just try to not think about them and focus on the people who you do care about. And to those people, do things for them. In my example, I didn't have to wash the dishes because that's my sister's job, but I had the time and I know my sister appreciates it. It just makes me feel happy and satisfied that I can do something nice and productive for someone else. It may be honestly a little selfish to do it to make yourself feel good, but that's not a step back. It's a small step forward. And it may start like that, but maybe next time it will come naturally to you. And this is one of my major tips because the people you're close with really do affect how you feel. Tip number 4, push yourself to do things you don't usually do that you've been wanting to do. Part of feeling good about where you're at in life is truly enjoying the things you do and fulfilling mini goals. So take a long-term goal and break it up into super small goals. And also group a lot of your goals together that could be checked off at once. If that sounded confusing, this is my example. For a whole year now, I've been working on becoming healthier. I also have some fitness goals on the side. And some of my other goals are becoming more social and also enjoying nature more. So I started going to the park early in the morning. I would stay at the park for about an hour and a half and walk half of the path and then run the other half. Doing this motivated me to wake up early. I was able to move my body, and while I walked or ran, I would see other people running, and then they would smile or wave. Now I know this may sound kind of pathetic, but to me, that little bit of interaction made me more comfortable being around people. I started smiling back or waving back. As I said, they could be the littlest of steps, but they're still steps in the end. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break from giving you tips and I'm gonna talk about my day. I totally forgot about that. Well, I'm not sure if you saw that clip that rolled for like 5 seconds, but I got my first flat tire on the road today. It wasn't too scary because I was close to my house and everything turned out okay. But because of that, we did have a late lunch. Usually I like to eat around 12 p.m., so I'll start making food around 11 a.m. But because I already planned to make beef chili for lunch that specific day, we ate around 3 p.m. lunch. Well, now that I think about it, cooking is kind of therapeutic for me, so it wasn't like too troublesome to do. But I have to cook alone. If there's someone cooking alongside me, that will make me so stressed because I like working at my own pace. So the system of me cooking and my sister cleaning really works out for us because she doesn't really like to cook. Isn't it fun when things work out like that? But I don't like cooking as much as I do now before. Before I couldn't even touch raw meat, and now, well, I'm no pro, but I can touch it and cut it without a problem. It's still gross though. And another thing I noticed is that I could have never have thought that I could eat vegetables like bell peppers or zucchini. I mean, I was a really picky eater before, so this is progress. Okay, now I'm gonna speed it up because I'm cooking for a long time, and I think I like it better when it's sped up. Okay, the chili is now simmering. So, in the meantime, tip number 5, journaling. I actually have 2 journals. One is like a planner where I write short summaries of my days and write lists of tasks I need to do or have already done. Because if I'm going to worry about anything, it's what I can do now. That just helps me focus on the present. I know this may not be the best solution for everyone though, including myself sometimes, because sometimes it gets overwhelming, like seeing all the tasks you want to do. They're just looking at you. But the goal is to be realistic with yourself. So when you're writing, make sure your goals are achievable. And then there's my second journal, which I don't use as much as I want, but the use of that journal is more of an actual journal. And I usually write on it when something big has happened or I'm down in the dumps. And it doesn't have to be a physical journal. You don't even have to have a journal to begin with. You can just use your notes app and type it all out instead. If you're angry, sad, annoyed, or nervous, the important part of writing like this is to unwind your thoughts and really try to calm down and really just process everything. That's just how I write because I don't write daily, so I write whenever I feel out of touch. I'm actually going to try to journal every day. I just think it's a good practice to process your thoughts and emotions on paper. Okay, so at this point, we finished eating some of the chili and I'm back in my room. And usually after cooking and eating, I like to kill time and use my phone or computer or tablet and just scroll. A little shameful, but yeah. Wait, you know what? I take that back. It's not shameful to scroll. It's kind of a reward and you're allowed to just relax and use your phone. So after I relaxed for a bit, I did shower, and today was also my hair wash day, so that's why I washed my hair. Well, you can see. And it's just something I love about like semi-dry, semi-wet hair, like right after shower. Like I don't know, I feel like I really like how wet slash dry hair looks on me. Just something I can never replicate when I'm actually trying to style my hair. So it's kind of sad. And this is the journal slash planner I was talking about earlier. It's what's it called again? It was Clever Fox. I searched it up. So yeah, I actually recommend this journal / planner because I really like that it has the months, like the monthly calendar in it with like the little squares. And I'll show you in a bit, but I also draw like the draw monthly thing. I don't know, it's cute and it honestly motivates me when I see like the full month completed. The quality of the book is also really good. The cover is good quality and the pages are also thick, so there's not really like pen bleed stains, and there's also a week page for every week of the month. And after I journaled, I did zone out for a bit there. But I also use my phone after journaling, I use my phone quite a bit. Not a lot, I'll say, but I do use it. And I do that before I go make my breakfast for tomorrow morning. And almost every morning I eat the same thing, which are protein oats, like overnight oats with like protein powder. It's honestly really good. It tastes really good because of the powder flavor. But I actually don't get bored of it because it's like super simple to do and it just tastes good. And I could always switch up the fruits. I usually use either mangoes or frozen berries. And you've probably seen this product around before. It's called Super Cubes, but it's a good product. I use it a lot when I make like big batches of food, and I just freeze them so I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat. Sometimes I can just pop something in either the pan or the microwave, and I'll just have my meal ready. So I definitely recommend it if you're thinking about eating healthier or looking for convenience as well. And now I'm jumping into my night routine. So usually my night routine is longer than my morning routine. Actually, in my morning routine, I don't even wash my face, and that's just because I notice my face gets a little dry, and my face does perfectly well without washing in the morning. It just does better, so that's just what works for me. So in my night routine, I do wash my face with a cleanser. I put toner on. I just recently got a vitamin C, and I just top it off with moisturizer. My skincare routine actually got simpler. I used to have a lot more products, but then I realized that my skin got really sensitive, and that's also part why I just stopped washing my face in the morning. I reduced the amount of products I used, and I only washed my face at night. And my skin, my acne, and my skin texture got a lot better. Like, I know it's kind of bad right now, but it used to be a lot worse, and it's getting better. So this is just a close-up of how my skin looks like. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. And to end up the video, I just want to go with one last tip. So, tip number 6. Hey, I'm doing this last part in my Chromebook, and that's why I look like this. The Chromebook doesn't really have good camera. And I also wanted to mention the audio and me speaking. So this is my first video, so I'm not really good at doing this, and I'm honestly kind of nervous doing this. Like, speaking wise, I know I'm not really speaking really loud, but that's because I have really thin walls, and I'm kind of nervous that my family will hear me, so I'm hoping it's not too bad. I know my voice sounds kind of nasally when I speak like this, because when I speak so soft, it gets kind of nasally and squeaky, so if I sound even more kiddish, I'm hoping it's because of that. Oh, and if you hear squeaking, it's my chair. It's kind of annoying. I'm sorry about that. But yeah. Oh, tip number 6. See, I'm sorry. I keep getting distracted. So tip number 6 would be just give yourself pep talks, because it's gonna be hard going through a journey, I guess, of trying to change something about yourself. If you're feeling, I mentioned, lost, it's gonna be hard because it's not gonna be done overnight. But just know you're not alone, and you just have to keep doing it. Okay, I kind of hate it when people say that, when they'll be like, just do it. Okay, calm down. But I'm saying it as well just because maybe saying it calmly makes it a little better to hear. Because I know it's true, but sometimes you just need to take a deep breath and work on it at your own pace. And, well, that's all. And that's it for this video too. As my first YouTube video, hopefully not my last. We'll see. No, I'm kidding. We'll not see you. What? That's not making sense. I'm not making sense. Well, I just want to say, I'm sorry. I'm getting lost. I'm not even gonna edit this last part because I need to calm down. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you made it to this part and to this point, I'm really grateful. I don't think anyone will, but it's out there now. So thank you for watching if you did. And that's it.